Welcome, class. Good afternoon. As you know, in the world of COVID that we live in, this class will be fully online, but welcome to Extreme Week 101. No, that does not say LOL. We're super cool here, but we're not that cool. This is Extreme Week 101, and I am your professor, Professor Extreme. Okay, so that's me, Professor Extreme. We cannot wait for this class. This class is going to give you an overview of everything you need to know for Extreme Week before it happens. So we are so excited that you're here. Let's go ahead and get started on day number 1.
Picture perfect, you don't need no filter.
So here's the deal. Some of you are like, okay, when I show up to Extreme Week, what's it gonna look like? We wanted to have this introductory class to give you just a rundown of what's gonna go down for Extreme Week. You will show up, you'll park in the parking lot like you always do, and you will see a blue check-in tent. You're gonna check in like you would any other night. You're gonna check in, and then you're gonna be good to go. For some nights, you're gonna be assigned a team. For some nights, you're gonna be separated by grade. And for some nights, we're gonna be all together. But here's the deal, 7 to 9 p.m., all right? Don't show up earlier than that because nobody will be here. 7 to 9 p.m., we'll be here. That is the schedule for every night of Extreme Week except for the last night. But we'll get there later this week. Make sure you bring a waiver form. This is on our website. This is on our social media. Just find the link. Fill it out. You don't need to bring a paper. You just need to fill it out online. But we cannot have you participating in any of our crazy awesome events without this form. So make sure your parents get on that. Make sure you have it filled out. It takes a couple minutes. Don't even stress about it. Here's the deal, okay? We are in the middle of a global pandemic. You guys know that, okay? Which means a lot of people are out of jobs. A lot of kids who rely on going to school to get food can't go to school. So there is a big need for canned food items in our community, in our world. So every night, everything's paid for. You don't have to pay for anything, but we do ask your admission fee, your ticket, is you bring a canned food item, okay? We're gonna be collecting these throughout the week, bagging them up on the last night and taking them to the local food pantry. So make sure every night that you're here, you show up with a canned food item to help our world and help our community. We are here to be the hands and feet of Jesus. Yes, it's going to be an extreme week, a crazy week, an awesome week, but we want to give back to our community. And last things last, sure, a smile. Do not forget to bring a smile, okay? Summer has been weird. Summer has been confusing. You guys know this. We want to go out with a bang. We want to have an amazing week, 5 nights in a row of complete awesomeness, but that cannot be done without your smile, okay? So grab your friends. Do not forget these things, and we will see you for Extreme Week 2020. It kicks off this Sunday night, 7 to 9 p.m. with Olympic Games night. And just to address a couple questions that you guys might have, such as, what do we do about masks? What do we do with COVID and everything going on? What if the weather is bad? Because we do live in Ohio. So I just wanted to address those things before we dive into this class and this week full force, because that's what Extreme Week's gonna be. And so just so you guys know, with masks, we do ask that when you are inside the building for any reason whatsoever, you wear a mask, okay? But when you are outside, all of our games are going to stress social distancing. We're going to try to practice that in all that we do. So when you are outside doing physical activity, you do not have to wear a mask. If you are more comfortable with that, if that makes you feel better, then please go for it. But we are not going to require them for the outside portion of our events. And then on terms of weather, as you know, we live in Ohio, which means 1 minute it could be 97, the next minute it could be snowing. So here's the deal. If it is calling for rain or if it is storming during the middle of our night, we are going to plan to reschedule that night on another Sunday night. And then for that night, we're going to do an indoor board game and just game night, okay? So keep your eye out for that, because this is the time of year where a storm could show up in the middle of an afternoon and wreck everything, right? We love Ohio, but here's the deal. Keep your eyes out for that, because there may be a moment's change where we say, okay, Water Night's actually going to be pushed to next week, but tonight we're going to be hanging out, playing games and things like that. So keep your eye on our social media. We are going to be posting everything you need to know there, but those are just a couple questions to address before we dive into this week. This has been Professor Extreme, and we will see you Sunday night. Thank you so much for tuning in.